Hey guys, Samurai Uni here, Samurai Warrior, whatever you guys would like to call me. We're back with another video, quick-ish. I tried live streaming, it's a bit too laggy, but today we're going over the best star power, in my opinion, for each of the brawlers, and where to use the others. Where to use both star powers for each brawler in the game. Let's just jump right into it with Shelly. Shelly is a mediocre brawler. You know, she's not great. The gadget's alright. I was using Band-Aid because I was in Showdown. There's a very few situations that Band-Aid is better than Shell Shock. Shell Shock overall is a better star power. Band-Aid is good in things like Solo Showdown, sometimes Gym Grab, but Shell Shock's usually better. Solo is probably Shelly's best mode, but it's a close second with Brawl. Bounty, if you were using Chili and Bounty for some reason, I would use Band-Aid. Other than that, you get so much more value out of your super with Shell Shock. That is the one to choose. Next is Nita, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. It was kind of a toss-up between the two, but with Bear Paws now, by far, Hyper Bear is the better star power, and definitely Heist, Brawl Ball. I think overall, just way better of star power. Maybe Bear with me in Showdown. But that's not really it. That Hyper Bear is just very good. And, you know, pros can't avoid it when you're stunned. And so, Hyper Bear is the better star power, and you should always go with them and buy them first. Some of these brawlers I don't have both of the star powers for, but I know the good idea of what star power is better. Colt, the speed's very, very nice, and pro players will use the speed and stuff. But Magnum Special is just so handy for hitting those shots, and overall Magnum Special is the star power you want to get first. But Slick Boots is also it's a good increase, and it helps a lot. So I think that's the key there. Bull is sorry, I'm just checking my microphone's on. Sorry. Bull, I tend to like Tough Guy better. It just provides so much value, especially with this new gadget. I think that really secures Tough Guy as being a better star power. But in Heist and maybe even Siege, that Berserker can come in handy to get extra 1, 2, 3 extra shots on them, on that safe or on the Ike. And so it's really just situational. I would run Berserker if you know how to survive pretty well on the Heist or the Ike. Run Berserker, but if you struggle dying in Siege or something, run Tough Guy. Jessie, I have Shocky selected, but Energizer is by far a better star power in almost every situation. Shocky I can see useful in a Heist and Siege, and that's really about it. It's good. It's decent in Brawl Ball. It's had some good areas in Brawl Ball, and that's why I like to use it. With the gadget, if you get 2 people in there, boom, it's hitting both. So it's definitely a star power you can find use for, but Energizer's overall better in modes like Gym Grab and most modes, you know. Brock, I currently only have Rocket number 4, but Incendiary provides so much more value than Rocket number 4. Just facing it, playing around friendlies with it, and doing everything. I can tell you, Incendiary is by far a better star power, but Rocket number 4 is handy, but it doesn't overall increase the DPS past the first 4 shots, because reload speed isn't increased. So it's really just which one is better. And Incendiary is just, it's really good with that high damage and everything. Dynamite, I've been practicing with Dyna Jump, but it's really a mix-up. But overall, Demolition's a lot better. But Dyna Jump can be really useful in the right hands, as you'll hear from everybody. Which I want to get better with Dyna Jump, and I actually think Dyna Jump's really useful. But it's no Demolition that can one-shot all the squishies, you know. So next is Bo. Circling Eagle is good on very limited maps, you know, like Feast or Famine, you know, Cavern Churn, you know, Snake Prairie, that one bounty map that was just out. It's just, it has very limited situations that it's actually good. Snare Bear is a very strong star power, and it's underrated in my opinion, because it's just, that's 2 seconds that they can't do anything, and your team can just wail on them and kill them. It is a very good star power, but yeah, it's much better than Circling Eagle, and overall, you want to go with Snare Bear in this type of situations. Tick 10% reload isn't a ton. I mean, you can always get those mines out faster, but I honestly think well-oiled is a much better star power. Being able to heal up in between shots, being able to heal up almost immediately after being shot, that is so handy. And that is just so intimidating, and that's really what's gonna set Tick apart from the other squishies, as he can heal up almost immediately, just like Barley, which we'll get to. Then we go to 8-bit, and obviously Booster Booster is better, but if you're running him in Showdown, or Solos, or Duo Showdown, Extra Life is the way to go. Other than that, Booster Booster in every other mode, in every single mode. You got M's. I currently don't have any, but I can easily tell you which one's better. It's Hype. Hype provides so much healing, and even in Solos, and you just get those enemies inside, and that's a lot of healing. It's just really hard to counter. Bad Karma, Hype, Ems really doesn't need extra damage. She puts out 2,100 per attack, a possible 2,100. And, in 3v3s, no, it's just, it's a lot better if you go with Hype. El Primo, other than Heist, which I still like Meteor Rush better. I think Meteor Rush is by far the better star power, though there are situations with El Fuego. But, Meteor Rush can run control so much better, and I think that's the real key to all of this. Barley, if you have trouble staying alive, medical use, absolutely. If you don't have trouble staying alive, go with Extra Noxious. It's a good star power, but overall, I personally like medical use better, because it's more handy to stay alive and stay in the fight, being able to heal up 400 damage, 400 health, and attack. So, I think that's a better one. Poco, it's, with randoms, I like to run Screeching, but overall, DeCapo's much better. I'm just way better with Screeching with Poco. But yeah, DeCapo is a beast when in the right hands, and Screeching solo takes more skill than DeCapo, and then DeCapo, you learn it almost immediately, and so it's just, and any average random can do it because they shoot at their teammates all the time. So, it's definitely, DeCapo's definitely the better star power here. All the healing you can get. Rosa's, it was kind of a toss-up beforehand, had to be on the right maps, but now with this gadget, absolutely Plant Life. Plant Life is absolutely better, and, I guarantee you will agree with that one, once you start using that gadget. So, get Plant Life before, Thorny Gloves. Rico, Robo Retreat is better. I'm gonna say it. Despite me actually liking Super Bounty a lot, unless you're on, it's just Robo Retreat's a lot better, being able to get away, get in, get out fast. And, Robo Retreat is absolutely the way to go with Rico. Daryl, that extra reload isn't very handy except for in Heist, and really you die before you do that. Steel Hoops is actually very handy to absorb the shots when you're rolling, because that was one of his main weaknesses that Steel Hoops originally covered. Now it's covered it completely, yet it doesn't have that shield after. So, I like Steel Hoops now. It can be annoying to face, too, and you can get a lot of value out of Steel Hoops. So, I'm going with Steel Hoops on that one. Penny, absolutely Balls of Fire. Even with this gadget, Balls of Fire's area control, it's like a Barley attack that's on the ground every time your mortar hits the ground. That's insane. That provides so much value, and absolutely, unless you're going like Siege, but I even think Balls of Fire is still better than Siege. Carl, protecting from his super is so very important, and doing that extra damage with his gadget, which is really the best way to use his gadgets with his super, is also very important. And but Power Throw is really good, but I'm gonna have to go with Protective Pirouette. It shields more and more damage as you go along. Jackie, no question, one of the best star powers in the game is Hardy Hard Hat. Counter Crush provides little value. And that 15%, permanent 15%, that's insane. And you cannot just push that away. That's a lot of protection and a lot more health. Piper, I like Snappy Sniping. I feel more comfortable with Snappy Sniping. Ambush is a better star power, especially on grassy maps or in Bounty, So, go with Ambush first. You'll get more value out of Ambush on these maps. And once you start hitting your shots, Snappy Sniping is pretty valuable, too. Pam, the second one, Mama Squeeze, very troll. But it is a decent star power. I think it's kind of annoying to face up against. But Mama's Hug overall provides better healing, and it's kind of what Pam needs. And that's what Pam's for. And so I think Mama's Hug is a better star power. For Frank. Frank is one. I'm trying to rush through these because I don't want to make the video super long. Frank is one that I think it's kind of back and forth. Sponge is handy. I like Power Grab better because Frank can go up there. Frank doesn't have to keep the Brawler in his range when he can two-shot the Brawler, when he can two-shot Gene, when he can two-shot these guys that he normally wouldn't be able to kill. I think Power Grab is a lot better, and it makes Frank a lot scarier, and he can clean up the house a lot. Okay, we're back. We ended off on Frank. Power Grab was the best one for him. Now we're going to BB. We're going to cycle through and go all the way down for the rest, and pretty quickly. BB's first star power is better speed, just better able to dodging. Second one's pretty good, it has some value. But the first star power is better in Brawl Ball and things like that for what BB's main modes are, you know. But I actually do suggest getting both. They're both very useful in most situations. So, just whichever one you feel like will be the best situation for BB. Next is B. Instant B load is better in every mode but solos. I even think it's better in solos. It's a very handy star power. It gets use out of it every time, and it's just it gets annoying. Mortis is obviously Coiled Snake. You don't get much use out of Creepy Harvest. You usually don't need the healing with that super, and Coiled Snake makes it so much easier to play Mortis. I think definitely Coiled Snake. We go to Tara. Healing Shade is by far better unless you're playing on like a grassy map or need to seek out opponents or something. There's a few scenarios where Black Portal can be better, but Healing Shade's the one you want to prioritize to get first. Gene, Spirit Slap's really good, but I actually prefer Magic Puffs, and it's just, it heals up your opponent, it heals up your teammates very well, and it helps a lot. A lot more than you think it would, and it's a pretty handy star power, so I'd say Magic Puffs. And next is Max. Despite being supercharged, being a good star power, you definitely want to get Running Gun first. Running Gun's a better star power, just allows you to unload so many shots. Mr. P, Tin Can's not very good. You want to get handled with care. That extra range is very, very handy, and you can take it from me. It is a very handy star power. Sprout, no doubt, Overgrowth is a better star power. That third, if you're in a bush, usually someone's close to you, and you can't do anything when someone's close to you anyway. So, Overgrowth is by far a better star power, and it's one of the best in the game. Spike, Fertilize is better still. Curveballs, I seem to be easier to dodge, actually, than this normal throw. And Fertilize, you can throw down and heal up a ton, so Fertilize is a lot better. You know, Extra Toxic, I would go back and forth and think who's better. I still stand by Carry On Crow would be the one to get. Makes Crow a lot easier, and the reduced damage is nice, but it's not a ton. And Carry On Crow it makes that Crow that assassin like Brawler. Leon, Invisi-Heal is definitely the way to go. It comes in handy so many situations, like you run out of ammo, you heal, you go invisible, you heal up, and then you can just jump back on them with ammo again. So that's really good, and you don't let them heal up at the same time. Sandy, Rude Sands has got to be better. It's just better for control, not allowing to heal up in that area. Spots them out in bushes. But I do like Healing Winds. Both are pretty good star powers, so you can kind of go either way. But Rude Sands is better, in my opinion, still. And finally, last but not least, Gale. Blustering Blow is a better star power for Gale than his one that will come out pretty soon. With the speed increase. For right now, Blustering Blow is going to be better. By far. And Nanny, I was looking at both. You know, this one adds 2,500 damage extra. The other one, adds a shield for when you're using, Peep. And I think the shield one's going to be better because paired with that gadget, that extra damage is not going to do anything when you just use the gadget to get there and do more damage on a safe or something. So, and then you can heal, and then you can shield all that damage while you're trying to get that Peep far away, so you can go use the gadget and teleport to it. So definitely, I think the second star power, the 80% reduction, will be the better one. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. if you did. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.